Hey guys, welcome back. So tomorrow's Easter at the time of recording this, so happy Easter. Hope you had a good day. And the Saturday following Easter, April 7th, we are going to be racing the Neon. I will be driving it at Dixie Speedway. We've been there before. I've never raced it, PB has. We know that this thing isn't the best due to how it's geared and everything, but we're just gonna go up there, have a good time, and just see what we can do. We've been having some issues with this. We replaced the fuel pump. Whenever we got the fuel pump in and tried to put some fuel in, it wasn't really taking it. So right now, we are looking at the fuel tank. So, as I was saying in the last clip, and then I had to stop it, but what it is so where the fuel line, so here's, fill the tank up, put the nozzle in, goes down to the tank like any other car. At the fuel line where it connects to the tank, there's a little like a rubber stopper, it looks like. We honestly can't see it that much, so I ain't even gonna try to get the camera to see it or anything, but we're just trying to see because it won't move. If it's supposed to move, it isn't doing what it's wanting. This probably isn't going to be a long video. We're just trying to get this thing ready to race. PB's over there doing some stuff with the late model. We got it cleaned up the other day, and then pollen again came through and made it yellow. So, but yeah, we're getting this thing ready to race this weekend at Dixie. That's a lot more droop. So my question, I guess, would be, you kind of want to explain to the video what you did?
I just hold the wheel, and I make changes. I don't know. The droop chain in the left rear, or the chain in the left rear, I just made it longer because it was basically just hindering, from what I would think, it from allowing to droop down, roll over. Is keeping the left rear kind of solid, I guess.
Okay guys, so what we just did, I know it was a little bit disorganized, but for the Neon, we fixed where fuel would go in, but as it'd go in, it'd come back out. Or come back out, as you can see with my hand. My dad worked on some of the vacuum stuff. We just had some old hoses. So we fixed vacuum lines, fixed the fuel line going into the fuel tank. It accepts fuel now. And with the late model, what PB did, he worked over here, getting it loosened up, so...
Well, we also got our base down finally.
Yeah, and we got measurements and stuff for a base. But yeah, so PB with the late model kind of got some measurements, some base measurements, and may have loosened it up a little bit. So at the open practice this year at Needmore, what was going on was we were just super tight, and
in 1 and 2.
In 1 and 2. 3 and 4 was okay, but 1 and 2, especially on entry, was really tight, and just no matter what, the car doesn't look like other people's cars, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think in our case it kind of is. I don't think
it's just allowing the car to get up on the left rear like it was, and create also that, the whole wing effect, or I say wing, aero effect of what it's supposed to be.
If you guys know anything though, let us know, because there's gotta be some 602 racers out there who know way more than us. We're just getting into this thing.
Well, we still got to call Provenzino too.
Yes, we got a couple people who we can contact and stuff, so, but if you do know anything, let us know down in the comments. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. I mean, I haven't done.
Okay, but next up, we got 2 cars here, a little bit of a path, so we're gonna have to do them separately, but we're gonna get a little bit of a run, I think, in both cars and see what we're doing. Like I said, the Neon is racing at Dixie this weekend. The late model we're getting in shape to race soon. Needmore did have their opening weekend this weekend. We were not able to make it. Like I said, right now we're still getting stuff set up. We've had a real busy week, a few weeks, so we'll get this thing racing soon. We'll let you guys know, but the Neon will be racing the 7th unless something changes, but that is the plan.
We made some changes to the car. Well, we didn't. We made one change to the car. We, you know, on the left rear, we were like we just felt like, I felt like the left rear was where our issue was. When in the practice that we went to, just kind of been doing a little bit of research, and Connor's going to keep every bit of this in here. Anyway, I still feel like there's a disconnect between how the right front needs to roll over and the left rear needs to drop down as well and move forward. I did lengthen the droop chain on the left rear by 1 chain length. It felt a little better. Felt like the left rear was allowed to push forward more. Just, you know, making a few runs, you know, up and down the lane, and kind of getting it to yank left. It felt like when I yanked left, there wasn't like this like yank left, like kind of like I would turn left and then I could throttle up. Whereas here before I could throttle up and just kind of turn left. And it's so hard. It doesn't even translate the same, but you can kind of get a feel going from the grass to the sand compared to red clay. I feel like we still need a change on the right front, but I feel like this change was needed. I feel like the bars placement is okay. We may still need to go up on the reverse the chain back maybe, and maybe not go a full chain length. I think there's an adjustment under here where we don't have to go a whole chain. We can actually just, you know, drop the mount down a little bit, and then I think the right front spring is just either too stiff or something, just because it needs to be more planted. I don't know if that's we either got to lower the car or soften the spring. I think it's probably going to be a little bit of both. Am I done?
Sure. Oh, he's got up to 10 miles per hour. Alright guys, so we just got done with a little bit of a drive with the late model and the Neon. The late model, we made a couple of changes, or a change on, and in preparation to get it looser for the next race. But it runs, ready to run, ready to race. The Neon, fuel pump was bad on it. We replaced that the other day, as you guys saw in a previous video, and now she is ready to race. This weekend we'll be taking her out up to Dixie and racing up there again. Super excited about that. I'm glad that I will finally get to race on that track. PB raced up there. And other than that, we just took it out. The PB kind of pushed the late model some and got it ready to race. So you just kind of see what the change did. The Neon, we can't change anything on it really, just needed to make sure that it ran and that temp was fine and it accepted fuel, was running the fuel through fine, which it is. That's why I wasn't really pushing it as hard as I could. Plus, we're just here on the farm and not on a track, so I don't want to kill the car here and then, or do something stupid here, kill the car, and then we can't go race. So that's one reason why I kind of take it slow around here. If we did have something that was like actual dirt road instead of just kind of the path that we have, I'd probably push it way more, but we'll just have to see. Or we won't have to see, but that's just kind of why I didn't really push it. No sense in tearing up something that you don't need to tear up whenever you're just trying to make sure it runs. That's my thought process behind that. So they run, super excited about it. Make sure you guys stay tuned for this weekend where we will be racing at Dixie and I'll be driving. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later. Oh, he's got up to 10 miles per hour.